Let's talk about changes to our residential purchase agreements. We had 4 substantive changes that I want to talk to you about today. First, starting with the personal property and fixture section on the first page of the purchase agreement. This area has caused a lot of confusion in the past, and so we made some clarifying changes this fiscal year. Specifically, you'll notice that we modified the language pertaining to what is built in. So all of the list of items that are after that means that those items will be transferred if they are built into the property. Additionally, we added some other fixtures such as doorbells and thermostats that will automatically transfer with the property. So please take a look at this section for other details. We also modified references to the date of this purchase agreement. Specifically, we made this a definition in the purchase agreement. So whenever we reference the date of this purchase agreement, we've defined that to mean the date that's listed on line 1 of the purchase agreement. This is different than the final acceptance date, so it's important to note the distinction. Additionally, we also modified the inspection contingency section of the purchase agreement. This was mostly for clarification purposes. We wanted to clarify the difference between electing to have an inspection performed and making the purchase agreement contingent upon the inspection. So we clarified that even if the buyer elected to have the inspection performed, they could also elect to have the purchase agreement contingent upon the inspection. Finally, we modified the lender work order section of our purchase agreement. Specifically, we eliminated the language pertaining to the seller not warranting paying for any work orders. Therefore, if there's a dollar amount specified in this section, the seller will be paying for those work orders if the lender will be requiring it. We also made some changes to our vacant land purchase agreement. Many of those changes are the same that were made in the residential purchase agreement, but there are some additional changes I want to bring your attention to. We did eliminate those lines pertaining to utilities presently existing within the property. However, we also added language for the buyer to be able to obtain evidence of utility connections being available and the costs for connection to the property in the special contingency section of the vacant land purchase agreement. We also added an option for the physical inspection of the property in the special contingency section. This was a result of eliminating the inspection contingency last year. We corrected our terminology referencing the designated floodplain, modifying that to read the designated flood zone. And we eliminated the reference to the addendum to purchase agreement buyer's move-in agreement form since it really did not apply in a vacant land situation. You can see a detailed list of all of these changes in our July publication. In the new construction purchase agreement, we made all of the same changes we made to the residential purchase agreement, but there's an additional substantive change that I want to talk to you about today. Specifically, in the price protection section of this purchase agreement, you'll notice that we modified the reference to date of this purchase agreement and we changed that to final acceptance date. Therefore, the builder will be guaranteeing it from the final acceptance date.